We don't know. We don't even know what these people look like. But they know, where we drive. They know where we live. It's not fair. It's not fair that they get to sleep at night. It's not fair that they get up and go to work every day and not have no worries about their house getting shot up or anybody, or their kid, for that matter, being blamed for something that he didn't do. We don't get any sleep around here.
How's Giante doing?
For the most part, okay. Now, but before, no, he wasn't okay. He didn't understand. He don't understand why this is happening to him, especially with, you have evidence, plain, clear evidence, and it's like, so what?
And the sad part is that the KCKPD didn't do
no
investigating whatsoever. They just took this person's word and picked my son up, claiming they wanted to talk to him, then call us and tell us that
he's being charged with murder.
And you say there's no way?
No way.
We have surveillance on. We had cameras put on our house prior to our house getting shot up. Prior to any of this happening, we had cameras put on. Actually, the second time our house got shot up, we had cameras put on. And ever since then, it's been crazy. Even when our house got shot up and we called the police, thinking that they're going to help us, they're going to help us figure out who's been shooting up our house. Even had one officer tell us that he know both parties on both sides. My whole thing is, if it was easy for y'all to go off of somebody else's thing saying that they saw my son somewhere, well, why come y'all couldn't go pick these people up that we assumed that shot up our house? It's just like she assumed that she saw my son. Well, assume that we told you who we thought was shooting up our house. Nobody got picked up. Y'all didn't come with SWAT to their house. No, nothing, but look at these bullet holes in my house. Nobody came to be concerned. No detective came by to ask questions about why my house was shot up.
We were told, oh, well, we got so many of these that we just picked up shells and give them to the KBI and see if they match any other shootings that go on.
And if they do, and then we'll further investigate. But other than that, this is just,
somebody will be contacting you within
here's
2
your
weeks.
case number.
Somebody will be contacting you within 2 weeks. That 2 weeks turned into nothing. We never heard.
Until our house got shot up again when Brandon Brown got killed.
And I'll start with you, Emmanuel. Do you feel like there's clear evidence in your son's case? And tell me about it.
Yeah, it's clear evidence because, for one, whoever this person is that implemented him in this, they didn't know that we had cameras. They couldn't have known that because he's here at home. Had on his night clothes that he slept in all day until he got ready to walk his friends home.
What did you think? They pick up your son and they're like, hey, here's what happened. Your son did this. Did it immediately click to you like, oh my gosh, we have home video?
That's the first thing we told them.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we told them. When they said they wanted to talk to him, I'm like, oh yeah, we can talk. Anybody can talk because we have surveillance with them on there. So bring it on. We can talk because we have surveillance. We have witnesses. We had a family gathering going on here. So there's several people here that can vouch for him being here. So with that being said, we have surveillance with him coming in and out the house during the times.
Never leaving the house.
When he's coming on to the porch.
Because it was kind of loud in here, so he would go outside to talk on his phone or whatever.
And you can clearly see him on the porch and come back in here.
And come back in. Or go out there and talk to his brother, which was outside.
On the porch. And come back in here.
And then when he finally left, it was like 9:32. And that's when all three of the boys left. And he walked them home.
Do you feel like the security video is clear, makes it clear?
Yeah, yes. I think it's very clear. And I don't understand what's going on other than they're trying to get him to tell something that he knows nothing about.
Do you feel like at this point your son is being pressured? Do you think they really think he did it at this point, or is this a pressure technique?
You can't really think he did it. Because how could he possibly do it?
I think it's
a pressure tactic. I think this DA is looking for convictions. A lot of kids are getting killed around here. A lot of kids are dying around here. And
they're not solving them.
And they're not solving them. So the first time they get somebody to be like, hey, it was this person, and this person.
They throwing them in jail because they don't have
They go pick them up and they just, you're guilty until you're proven innocent. They done reversed the justice system in Kansas City, Kansas. Clearly.
As a father, how would you describe this process?
Screwed up. And I think the whole system, some light needs to be shed on what's going on here in KCK with this police department. Because this ain't the first incident, and we're not the first people that this has happened to. Clearly. Had it not been for these cameras, my son could easily be another Lamont McIntyre.
Or the other two young men that it happened to. And it's crazy because it happened to them when they were 17. My son's 17. So I don't want my son to be another person getting out of jail when he's 30-something years old, 40-some years old for something he didn't do, for a lack of police work.
Can you, Charlene, let me ask you this. Can you talk a little bit about the decision to go public? Because I know, as lovely as you all are, and we've all gotten along great, you really don't want to have to sit here and do this.
No, we don't want to have to do this. And yes, it is scary to go public, but I feel like this has already been scary enough. And you know what I mean? Something has to get done. Something has to get done. Somebody has to say something, and we have to break the cycle somewhere. And if it has to start with me, then oh well, it's going to start with me. But something has to get done, and I'm not going to let my son go down for something that he didn't do. Now, I feel sorry for the family. I do feel bad for the family, and I hope they find out who did this to their son. Just like if the shoe was on the other foot. But I would not want. If I was their mother, I would not want an innocent person put to jail for something that did not actually happen. Then to find the person who actually did this and do something to that person, put them in jail. Make them, do whatever they need to do with that person. But this right here is not cool. Because not only that, what they did, they moved. We don't have any support because people think my son killed somebody. People that moved away from us, no friends around, nobody. We don't have no support, not from nobody. Nobody in the community, nobody that was close to us or anything. Why? Because somebody said my son killed somebody. So yes, I feel very bad. I'm scared. Cause why? People think my son's a murderer. What about those people? My son don't even have a record. That should tell them something. My son don't have a record nowhere, no counties. Never been arrested nowhere, no counties. But this is what happens. Now what am I supposed to tell my son when he get out?
Let's talk about the surveillance. So initially, they were interested in this video, correct?
Yeah.
They wanted to see it and they take a look at it.
Me and my cousin took the video to him. We took it wasn't a long video. They said they got the 911 call at 9:29. Exactly 9:29, he's walking out of his door. So we took that video to him and he looked at it and was like, well, I'll have to show this to my superiors, and that was the last we heard of it.
And then they were trying to authenticate it, is that correct?
I don't know if they actually tried to authenticate it or not, because every tech person that I've talked to was like, the timestamp is on there, so you can't alter that.